Hi guys, good evening to all of you. Yes guys, do you hear me? Hello, anyone? Can you respond me?
Yes, we can hear, but it is coming very low.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for your response. So let us start our session. So first of all, just introducing myself. Yeah, this is Nageshwar Rao, having 20 years of experience in software field. Is my most of the experience Java, C language, next C++, next Linux. This is my area of experience. Apart from this, yes, since last 4 years, working on big data and Hadoop also. Big data and Hadoop. Okay. Yes, lot of experience, lot of career. Yes, in embedded C, Java, next Linux, big data and Hadoop projects. Very good experience in embedded C. Linux based. Yes, Linux. Yes, it's Linux based embedded C. Yes, Linux based embedded C. Lot of experience in this area. Okay. Yes, when come to teaching experience, yes, in teaching also I had a good experience, very good experience. Taken many batches, okay, online batches, many batches taken. Very good experience. Okay, yeah, that's all about myself. Yes, about course contents. What are the contents going to discuss here? So this is C language with data structures. C language with data structures. So this is our topic. C with data structures. C with data structures. So this is our topic. C with data structures. C including data structures. Okay, different algorithms going to discuss in data structures. Okay, C with data structures. Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. For this prerequisite, what is prerequisite to learn C language? What is prerequisite? Okay, nothing required, no expectation from you. Yes, nothing required. Prerequisite, nothing is required, no expectations from you, because it's a beginner course. C is a beginner course, so nothing required. Okay, I'm not expecting anything from you, no expectations. Okay. Yes, before going to C language, first I'll explain about all the software basics, then I'll enter into C language. Directly I'll not be entering into C language here. So before going to C language, there are software basics. After finishing all these software basics, I will enter into C language. I will enter C language. Okay, fine. Yes, next here. Yes, in C language here. So to learn the C language, nothing required here. Even very starting course, beginner also can understand this one here. Who can learn C language here? Anyone can learn this. Without IT background also anyone can understand here. So non-IT background, yes, non-IT background also can understand this. Non-IT, okay. Yes, non-IT background also okay here. Non-IT background also can understand this. Anyone can understand C language. Non-IT background also can understand this. Okay, so don't worry about it. It's very easy to understand it. It's a beginner course. It's a beginner course. Okay. Yes, to enter into software field, compulsory C language required. C is mandatory. C language is mandatory for anyone. It's a mandatory. Otherwise, yes, you can't enter into software field. Okay. Yes, if you good at C language, then easy to work with the software field. Okay, if you good at C language, then easy to work with software field. Right, okay. Yes. Now let us start actual topic here. Yes, I'm starting from very basic. Yes, before going to C language, there are some basics. After that, we'll be entering to C language. Okay. Yes, from you guys, just I'm expecting little bit here about OS. Little bit about OS. Like what is folder, what is file. I'm expecting only that much, not more than this. Okay. So for example, it's a folder. All the folders, right? All their folders. Folders. Suppose C material, it's a folder. This folder contains what? Again, folder. There are subfolders, right? Subfolders and files. Okay, subfolders and files. Okay. So folder contains, yes, folder contains subfolders and files. Okay, right. Next, what is file? Yes, let me open document here. Just opening file. Yes, what is folder? What is folder? Next, what is a file? Folder and file. Yes, what is folder? Folder, yes, contains all the files. It is a collection. Yes, it's a collection of files. Collection of files. Folder is a collection of files. Okay, what is file? See this. This is file, right? Yes, file contains all the data. It's the data. Okay, this is C language document. Okay. Yes, no need of writing class notes. Daily class notes is not necessary. Okay, well prepared document is available. Yes, nothing to write here. So just try to understand class topics. That's it here. Okay. Yes, what is folder? Folder is a collection of files. What is file? Yes, file. File, it is a collection of data. File is a collection of data. Folder is a collection of files. Folder is a collection of files. File is a collection of data. See here folder. For example, it's a folder here. So this is folder. This contains all the files, right? That means folder contains all the files. It's a collection of files. Folder is a collection of files. Now these are the files. They are the files. Suppose this is file here. This file contains what? Data. So file is a collection of data. File is a collection of data. Folder is a collection of files. File is a collection of data. Folder is a collection of files. That's the difference here. Right? Okay. Yes, only this much I'm expecting from you, not more than this. Only this much of knowledge. Okay. Yes, now let us start from the basics here. So first of all, yes, computer ware. Yes, computer ware. So first of all, computer ware. Computer ware basically two categories. Computer ware basically two categories. First one, hardware. Second one, software. Hardware and software. Okay, hardware and software. So what is hardware? What is software? Let us see this. So first one hardware, next one is software. Computer ware, basically two categories. There is a hardware and software. So what is hardware? What is software? Yes, hardware. Yes, hardware. These are physical components of a computer. Hardware. Yes, these are physical components. Physical components. Physical components of a computer. These are physical components of a computer. Physical components of a computer. They are the physical components. Hardware, these are physical components of a computer. Yes, for example here, for example, yes, keyboard, next motherboard, next hard disk, next RAM memory, next processor. Okay, next, yes, others like this. All these are hardware components. We can touch all these parts. Hardware, these are physical components of a computer. The, these are physical components of a computer like keyboard, motherboard, a hard disk, RAM, processor, mouse, and monitor. All these are hardware components. we can touch all these parts, but this is not our part. Our part is software, because we are software engineers. So let us move to our part. Our part is a software. Okay, so what is software? Let us say about software. Yes, in software, yes, everything is program. In software, everything is program. Everything is program. In software, everything is program. Yes, it is a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs. Software is a collection of programs. Collection of programs like C program. Yes, like C++ program. Yes, maybe Java program. Java program. Yes, maybe Python program. Okay. Yes, maybe SQL program. Yes, maybe HTML program, like this. All the programs. That the all programs. Yes, in software everything is program. Okay. So hardware, physical components. In software everything is program. In software everything is program. Yes, it's a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs like C, C++, Java, Python, SQL, and HTML. All these, right? All their software, right? Here everything is program. All are programs. In software everything is program. Just yes, all the basics here. Yes, computer, hardware, and software, right? Okay. So our part is software. Yes, in software, yes, basically two categories. There are two categories basically here. Yes, two categories in software. Yes, two categories. Yes, two categories. Two categories. In software, basically two categories. First one, yes, system software. First one, system software. System software. First one is system software. Yes, the second one, application software. System software, next application software. System software, next application software. Yes, in software, yes, two categories. System software, next application software. System software and application software. Yes, the C language comes under application software. Okay, so before going to application software, we'll see something about system software. Okay, so what is system software? System software. So what is system software? System software, yes, this is to interact with hardware components. This is to interact. This is to interact with the hardware components. So this one interacts with the hardware components. Interacting with the hardware components. Okay, system software. System software. This is to interact with the hardware components. Okay, yes, system software always interacts with the hardware components. For example, yes, drivers device drivers and operating systems comes under this category here. Device drivers and operating systems. Okay, so device driver example, device drivers and operating systems comes under this category here. Device drivers and operating systems. Okay, yes, system software, this is to interact with the hardware components. Yes, example, device drivers and operating systems comes under this category here. Okay, so what is device driver? Let us see about device driver. So what is a device driver? Let us see this. What is device driver? Yes, device driver, yes, this is to communicate with hardware components. This is to, yes, communicate. Device driver is to communicate. Device driver is to, yes, communicate with the hardware components. With the hardware, yes, with the hardware components. With the hardware. Okay, yes, for every device there is a driver. Okay, every device has its own driver. Every device has its own driver. Okay, so without drivers, devices won't work here. Devices will not work without any driver here. Driver required compulsory here. Yes, to run the devices, drivers are required. To run the devices, drivers are required. Drivers are required here. To run the devices. Okay, to run the devices, yes, devices, drivers are required. So without drivers, devices will not work here. Exactly what is driver here? So exactly what is driver? Driver contains what? Exactly what is driver? So driver contains what? Yes, driver just it's a one kind of program. Okay. Yes, almost all drivers were developed in C language. Almost all drivers. Okay, almost all drivers were developed in C language. Okay. Yes, it's the embedded C. Yes, the device drivers is the embedded C. Okay, yes, almost all drivers were developed in C language. Okay, that means it's a program. So device driver, what is device driver? Yes, it's a program. Device driver is just one kind of program. Yes, it's a program. Device driver is a program to communicate with hardware components. Okay, so device driver just it's a program to communicate with hardware components. Okay, device driver just it's a program to communicate with hardware components. Communicates with hardware components. Hardware components. Components, right? Yes, for example here, for example, printer driver. For example, printer driver. Okay, to run the printer, driver required. Without driver, printer will not work. Running printer, run the printer, driver required. So without driver, printer won't work. Okay, suppose printer purchase some printer. After purchasing printer here, just connect the system here. Even connected, it won't work. Yes, even connected, it won't work here. So for this for driver required. So when you purchase the printer here, they will provide the driver. Okay, that hardware manufacturer. Okay, for example here, HP printer. Suppose HP Hewlett Packard printer here. So purchase the Hewlett Packard printer here, HP printer. They will provide driver. So take the driver, just put into your system here, put into your system, then you can use device. So without driver, that printer will not work here. Okay, support TV. Yes, your system connected to TV here. Suppose your laptop connected to TV. For this also drivers required. TV drivers like VGA drivers. Next HDMI drivers. This kind of drivers required here. VGA and HDMI drivers. By default, these drivers available in your OS. Okay, printer driver may not be available in your OS here, but TV drivers by default available here. So for every device, drivers required. Okay, otherwise devices will not work here. For example, here, yes, in your system, yes, this is a mouse, right? Mouse is a hardware component. Motherboard, next hard disk, next RAM, keyboard, monitor, all the hardware components, right? Yes, to run all these components here, all these devices here, drivers required. Yeah, these are all drivers are built in with your OS. It's a part of OS here. All of these drivers are part of operating system. Yes, mouse driver, keyboard driver, screen driver. Okay, next hard disk driver, all are part of operating system. It's built in with OS. Okay, suppose your computer connected to external devices like printer. Printer is the external device. For this driver, externally you have to install it. Separately you have to install it. Okay, suppose yes, your system connecting to TV. TV for this driver required, but it's built in with your OS here. So this is not required to purchase separately here. The driver is available with your OS here. With your OS, it's a part of OS. Okay. Suppose any new device release the market here. Any new device release the market here. The device manufacturer, yes, any device release the market here. The device manufacturer will provide the driver. So will provide the driver just to take the driver, put into your system, then you can use the device. Okay, so any device release in the market here, the device manufacturer will provide the driver. So take the driver, put into your system, then you can use that device. So this is about device, just idea about device driver. Of course, this is not our part C language, just about only basic idea. Okay, so this is about device driver. Okay, so exactly what is device driver? Device driver just it's a one kind of program. Device driver is a program to communicate with hardware components, right? Okay, next about OS. What is OS? Yes, about OS we'll see little bit about OS. So this is not our part here. Our part is C language. So before going to C language, little bit about OS. So exactly what is OS? What is OS? Here some question for you. Some question for you. Can we run any program? Can we run any program without OS? Say yes or no. Can we run any program without OS? Say yes or no. This is question for you. Yes, guys. Anyone can respond to this? Can we run OS? Yes. Can we run any program without OS? Anyone can you answer this?
No.
No, we can't run here. Okay. So no, compulsory. Yes, OS required. Without OS, we can't run any programs here. Okay. Yes, question is, can we run any program without OS? No. No, compulsory OS required. Okay. See this OS operating system to run any program OS required. Suppose device driver to run the devices driver required. To run the devices driver required. To run any program, OS required. So exactly what is OS? Let us see that. What is OS exactly? Let us see that. So let me open some new document. New document. Suppose for example here, learning C language, learning Java or something like this. For the purpose of learning C language, you might have purchased your laptop. Suppose purchased your laptop. Okay. So first laptop. Yes, nothing but it's a hardware. First purchasing your laptop. Okay. Suppose your laptop purchased. So it's a hardware, right? Laptop. It's a hardware, right? Yes, laptop purchased. After purchasing laptop, so what is next? So what is next step? We should install the OS. Next is we should install OS, operating system. Operating system. So first purchasing laptop. Next is what? Operating system. So first you purchase your laptop means hardware. Yes, next we should install OS. So on top of hardware, this OS. So once OS is installed, system is ready. Your system is ready. So what is next step? Installing your C language software. Maybe C software. Yes, maybe Java. Yes, maybe Python. Okay, Python. Maybe C++. Yes, maybe Hadoop. Yes, all these are called as application softwares. All these are application softwares. Yes, all these are application softwares. All these are application softwares. Application softwares. C, Java, Python, C++, Hadoop, all these are application softwares. So these application softwares like C language, yes, Java, Python, yes, that program is C program or Java program, Python program, C++ or Hadoop or HTML, whatever it is here. All the application software programs, these are running on top of OS. So without OS, these programs will not run here. To run all the programs, yes, OS required. To run all these programs, OS required. Without OS, these programs will not be running here. So on top of OS here, all the programs running here. On top of OS here, all the programs running, right? So like a platform. So OS is acting like a platform. Yes, on top of OS, everything is running, right? On top of OS, all these are running here. On top of OS, all these are running. So you can see the platform. So on top of this, running everything, right? So this we can see the platform. So what is OS? First point. Yes, OS is a platform. Simple answer. What is OS? Simple answer. Yes, it is a platform. Yes, it is a platform. Yes, it's a platform. It's a platform. Yes, where we can run. Yes, where we can run all the application softwares. All the application softwares. All the yes application softwares. Application softwares. Okay. So OS it's a platform. So what is OS? OS it's a platform where we can run all the application softwares. Right? Okay. Yes, not only platform here. Suppose for example C program. For example, C program. C program generating some output. So first is C program output. First is C program output goes to OS. C program output goes to OS. Okay. From there, yes, output transfer to output device, right? So first C program output goes to OS to output device. Suppose C program reading from the keyboard. Suppose C program reading from the keyboard. So first the keyboard data goes to OS. Keyboard data goes to OS. Yes, and then transfer to C program, right? C program. Okay. So here between C program and hardware, between C program and hardware, there's a OS, right? Okay. Not only C program, Java program. Suppose Java program generating output here. So first of all, Java program output goes to OS. So OS to output device. Suppose Java program reading from the keyboard. So first the keyboard data goes to OS to Java program. Similarly, Python or C++ Hadoop here, whatever it is, right? Okay. So here between application software and hardware, there's a OS. So like a mediator. So it's a mediator between application software and hardware. Okay. Simply exactly terminology is interface. Yes, we can call as interface. Exactly, we can say it's a interface. So it's an interface between yes application software and hardware components. Okay. Yes, here there is no direct communication. No direct communication between yes application software and hardware components. No direct communication. This cannot be here. No direct communication. So this not it won't happen here. So application software like C program or Java program, Python. If these programs directly cannot communicate with hardware components. No, yes, cannot here. There is no direct interaction here. So between hardware and application software, there is a voice. Simply you can see it's an interface. It's acting like interface. So next point. Yes, it is an interface. Voice, it is an interface. It is an yes interface. It is an interface. Yes, between. It's an interface between yes application software and OS, sorry, and the hardware. Application software and the hardware here. So OS, it's an interface, just like a mediator between application software and hardware components. So OS, it's an interface with just mediator. Okay, so interface, it's an interface between application software and hardware components, right? Okay, yes. Here OS is communicating with between application software and hardware, right? To communicate between application software and hardware, every OS has its own library here, like input output library. Every OS contains input output library. So with the help of this input output library here, OS communicates between application software and hardware components, right? Okay, so every operating system, yes, every OS has every operating system has its own library, library library yes to communicate to library to communicate yes communicate to communicate to communicate yes between to communicate between yes application software yes and the hardware components. Okay, so every OS means like Windows OS, Linux OS, you take any OS here. Every operating system has its own library to communicate between application software and the hardware components. So this is just idea about OS. Okay, yes, 1 second, let me show the document also. So this is your C language document, C with the data sectors document. This is a 264 page document, around 265 page document this is. Okay, so everything prepared in this document prepared with more than 200 examples, yes, including projects. One real-time project also we are going to discuss in this. Okay, one case study at the middle of the course, there is a case study at the end of the course, real-time projects, very big projects. Okay, yes, we are going to discuss that here. So this is around 265 page document here. Okay, more than 200 examples covered in this document. Okay, yes, here I have prepared practically, I have compiled after getting output placed into this, yes, this document here. So this document, all this every programs, like all these programs, some linked list program. Okay, all the programs, every program prepared in this document here, many programs available. So these are pointers topic here, like this, all the programs. See, around 200 examples prepared in this document. Okay, yes. See, today topic, yes, introduction to software. Software is a collection of programs. Software is a collection of programs such as C. Software is a collection of programs such as C, C++, Java, SQL, and other programs. It's a collection of programs. Software basically two categories. System software and application software. System software, it interacts with the hardware components. Example, device drivers and operating systems. Okay, device driver. What is device driver? See, device driver. Yeah, these are the programs. To communicate with hardware components. Yes, same points already we discussed. So whatever discussed in this session here, same thing prepared in document here. Okay, so what are the points we discussed in this notepad? All are prepared in the document here. Even single word also is not missing here. These are document same as my order. So whatever the order I'm explaining here, same order this document was prepared here. Same as my order of explanation. Even single point is not missing in the missing here. Everything is the document here. Yes, you know, yes, not required to write any notes. Don't write any running notes. It's not necessary. Try to follow this document here. See this device drivers topic. Device drivers. See. So device drivers. So these are the programs. These are the programs to communicate with hardware components. These are the programs to communicate with hardware components. Okay. Yes. Next. Every device has its own drivers. Every device has its own drivers. Without driver, devices will not work. Because device drivers are supplied by hardware vendors. So this is about device driver. What we discussed, right? Okay. Example: printer driver, network driver. All right. Okay. Next, OS. What is OS? Say what are we discussed here? Hardware. On top of hardware, there's a OS. On top of OS, application software. Right? Same thing. What we discussed here. So what is OS? Yes, hardware. On top of this operating system. Yes, on top of this application software like C, Java, Python, C++, Hadoop. Right? So what is OS here? It's a platform, right? OS is a platform where we can run all the application software. So what are we discussed? What are explained here? Okay, same thing. Yes, it's there in document. In document also, same thing is available here. You can see this. So what is operating system? It is a platform. Operating system is a platform where we can run all the application softwares. It's a platform where we can run all the application softwares. Next, it is an interface. It is an interface between application software and hardware components. Next, every operating system has its own libraries to communicate between application software and hardware components. So this is about OS. Just a basic idea about OS. Okay. Yes, hardware, operating system, and application software. Right? Okay. Next, in operating systems, there are two categories. There are two categories in operating systems here. Two categories. Two categories here. There are two categories in operating systems. So first one, graphical, yes, user interface. Next, second one, character user interface. CA. First one, CA means CA or you can say CLI also. So CA or CLI here. CA, yes, character user interface. Character user interface. Okay, or we can say command line interface. Command line, yes, command line interface. Command line interface. Okay, so CA means character user interface. CLI means command line interface. CUI or CLI both are same here. Next, second one, GA graphical user interface. GA, yes, graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. Graphical user interface, right? So what is character interface? What is graphical interface? Let us see one by one here. So first about character user interface. So what is character user interface? See, command prompt, right? Here they say command prompt. Open here. Here this is called as character interface. CLS, steering screen. So D: D drive. That goes to D drive. DER, some output, right? Some output. Here DER, it's a directory, right? Temp is a directory. Test is a directory. All the directories. All their directories. Okay. CD, temp. CD some test here. Test directory, change. CLS, clearing screen. Now present working location test directory. CD, change of directory. Yes, DER, output, right? All the directories. Okay. CLS, clear the screen. Okay. Yes, DER, output getting like this. Suppose for example here this is X. X is the directory here. CDX, changed. CLS, clear the screen. DER, some output like this. Nothing. It's empty. Okay. Directory, folder, both are same. Yes, for example, creating directory MKDR of MD of X1 here. Yes, MD of X2. MD means make directory. MD make directory. CD means change of directory. DER, some output like this. X1, X2. So this is called as character interface. Character interface. Okay. This is called as character user interface or command line interface. Right? Okay. Yeah, this is MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System. So the MS-DOS. So this is called as character user interface. Here you can't use mouse. Okay, it's not user friendly. Yes, here everything is comment, all are comments. Here all are comments. Next, this is called as GA. This is graphical user interface. Using mouse. Using mouse you can operate it, right? Using mouse you can open this, right? Yes, next right click, do something here, refresh. So right click, do something. So this is called as graphical user interface. This is graphical user interface. This is called as graphical user interface. Okay, so this is graphical interface. Next, this is called as character user interface. So this is character user interface. Next, this is graphical user interface. That's the difference. Okay, so graphical interface. Windows is a graphical user interface. Windows OS. Windows is a graphical user interface. Yes, MS DOS, it's a character interface. So that's all about OS here, just basic idea, right? Okay, yes, our part is C language. Okay, our part is C language. Let us see that. Yes, I'm repeating topic once again. Yes, introduction to software. So before going to this, computer aware. Yes, to a topic from the beginning. Yes, let me review all the topic here. So first of all, computer aware. So what is computer aware here? In computer aware, there's a hardware and software, right? Hardware and software. Yes, hardware, these are physical components of a computer. Hardware, physical components of a computer, like keyboard, mouse, hard disk, RAM memory, processor. All the hardware components, we can touch this. This is not our part. We are software engineers. So hardware is not our part. So our part is software, because we are software engineers. Yes, software. What is software? In software, everything is program. So as we discussed, so everything is program. Software, everything is program. Yes, it's a collection of programs. Software is a collection of programs like C, C++, Java, Python, SQL, HTML, right? So this is software. In software, everything is program. Alright, okay. Yes. Next, in software, basically two categories: system software and application software. System software and application software. So what is system software? What is application software? Let us see that. C language comes under application software. C is a application software. So before going to application software, let us see something about system software. So what is system software? System software is to interact with the hardware components. System software, always this is interacting with the hardware components. Example, device drivers and operating systems. Device drivers and operating systems. So what is device driver? Yes, to communicate with hardware component, drivers required. Without driver, devices will not work here. To run any device, driver required. To run any device, driver required. Without driver, devices won't work here. Right? Okay. So exactly what is this driver? It's a program. Just it's a program. So device driver is a program. Just it's a program to communicate with hardware components. It's a program to communicate with hardware components. Example, printer driver. Next, TV drivers like VGA driver, HDMI drivers. So these are about driver, right? Okay. Yes. Next, what is OS? Yes, OS. What is OS? See here, first question, what we discussed. Can we run any program without OS? No, we can't run here. Compulsory OS required. Without OS, we can't run anything here. Right? Okay. Yes, exactly what is OS? Same that point what we discussed here. See hardware, on top of hardware, there's a OS. On top of OS, there's application software like C, Java, Python, C++, something like this. Okay. So OS, on top of OS, all these are running here. Without OS, we can't run any program. Without OS, we can't run any program. Compulsory OS required. On top of OS, all are running, right? All these are running on top of OS. So OS is acting like a platform. It's like a platform. On top of OS, everything is running. So this is called a platform. So OS, it's a platform where we can run all the application softwares. It's a platform where we can run all the application softwares. Right? Okay. Yes. Next, between hardware and application software, this is OS. Okay. So you can suppose any program, maybe C program or Java program, Python program, C program, any program generating output. So first of all, output goes to OS, OS to output device. So reading from the keyboard, first keyboard data goes to OS to then C program or Java program, something like this. So without OS here, it can't. The data transferring through the OS, right? So between this application software and hardware, there's a OS, right? Okay, so it's a interface. Simply we can say it's interface. So OS is an interface between application software and hardware components, right? Okay. Yes, to communicate between application software, and hardware, every OS has its own library. Yes, what is this library? This topic we'll discuss in C language. In C language, I'll explain about library here. Okay. Yes, every OS has its own library, input-output library to communicate between application software and hardware components. These points. Yes, let us come to document here. So this actual document. Yes, in document everything is prepared. So whatever topic I'm explaining in notepad. See, step by step I'm explaining in notepad, right? So whatever things explained in notepad. Yes, all these points mention the document here. I have prepared document in this. So for every topic, very clear document is available. See, first introduction to software. So what is software? Yes, it's a collection of programs such as C, C++, Java, SQL and other programs. Yes, software basically two categories. System software and application software. C language comes under application software. So before going to this, something about system software. System software, yes, it interacts with the hardware components. Same whatever we discussed is prepared in document here. Okay, it interacts with the hardware components. Yes, example device drivers and operating systems comes under this category here. Device drivers and operating systems comes under this category here. So what is device driver? See, these are the programs to communicate with hardware components. Next, every device has its own drivers. Without drivers, devices will not work here. Right? Okay. So these drivers supplied by hardware vendors. Suppose if you purchase any printer, yes, that company, that printer manufacturer, they will provide the driver here. So any device, any device purchased, the device manufacturer will provide the driver. So take the driver, put in our system, and you can use that device simply here. So to run the devices, drivers are required. Purpose of device driver is to run the devices, right? Okay. Next about OS. What is OS? See the same thing, hardware, OS on top of this application software. First hardware on top of this OS on top of this application software. So what is OS? See this, it's a platform. Where we can run all the application softwares. Next, it's an interface between application software and hardware components, right? Next, every operating system has its own libraries to communicate between application software and hardware components, right? Application software and hardware components. Same points, what are we discussed? Same points are the document here. Okay, so this is just idea about OS here. Yes, in this, there's a character interface and graph interface. Character user interface and graphical. See, this is called as character interface, right? CLS, clearing screen, DR, some output like this. It's a character user interface or command line interface, CLI, command line interface. Okay, so this is character interface, this is graphical user interface. Character interface and graph interface like this. Okay, fine. Now let us move to our topic. Yes, C language comes under application software. C is the application software. So what is application software? Let us see about application software. So what is application software? Yes, application software. What is application software? Yes, application software. Yeah, this is for the purpose of application development. This is for the purpose of application development. Okay. Yes, application software for the purpose of application development. So what is application here? See, different applications. Yes, every day we are working with many applications, right? Every day we are working with many applications. Like Facebook is an application. Yes, daily working for Facebook, it's an application. Facebook is an application. So Flipkart is an application. Yes, online shopping, right? Yes, Flipkart, it's an application. Okay. Next, Durga website is an application. Durga website. Okay, next, WhatsApp. Yes, WhatsApp, it's an application. Okay, next, Google search engine, it's an application. Next, Gmail, yes, it's an application like this. Next, banking application, so many applications, right? So every day Yes, every day we are working with many kinds of different kinds of applications, right? How to develop these applications here? To develop all these applications, some softwares are required. Those are called as application softwares. Okay. Yes, application softwares for the purpose of application development. For the purpose of application development. So depends on requirements. We can use different kind of softwares. Okay, like yes, application software. Best example, C is the application software. C language comes under application software. C language. Next C++. Yes, maybe Java. Yes, maybe Python. Okay. Yes, maybe Hadoop. Okay. Yes, C++, Java, Python, Hadoop. Yes, HTML. Yes, maybe database servers, database. Yes, all these are application softwares. Okay, these are using for the purpose of application development. It depends on requirements. Some scenarios may be using HTML, some cases using Java, some cases using Python, some cases C language. Okay, exactly where using C language we'll discuss next. Yes, in C language, in the topic we'll discuss exactly where using C language. Okay, mostly C language using for the embedded C programming. Embedded C, yes, the topic we'll discuss next. So this is about application software. Application software for the purpose of application development. Okay, yes, see the document. Let us review the document. See this application software. Yes, for the purpose of application development. For the purpose of application development like C, C++, Java, .NET, some ERP package and all this comes under application software. Right, okay. Next. So C language comes under application softwares. Yes, in application software, there are two categories. Again, two categories. In application software, there are two categories. Two categories. So first one is front end, front end software, front end softwares. Yes, front end softwares. Next, back end softwares. Front end softwares, back end softwares, back end softwares. So front end and back end here. Yeah, there are two categories here. First one, front end software. Second one, back end here. Second one, back end here. Okay. C language comes under front end here. So let us see what is front end, what is back end here. Okay. So there are two categories: front end softwares and back end softwares. Okay. So first, let us see front end software. Front end means what we can see, right? Back end means what we can't see. Back end we can't see, but front end we can see. So what is exactly front end? Let us see that. Suppose, for example, registering some ID. Yes, registering some ID. Okay, like registering some account. Yes, some registration ID, right? Like Facebook account, Facebook account, Gmail account. Okay, registering some account, right? Registering account. Yes, maybe Facebook account, Gmail account, maybe your college website account here, maybe your company, suppose working for some company, that company, for that company some ID and password, right? That is called account here, ID and password. Okay, account, registration account, right? Yes, registering some account. Okay, registering some account here for this some form. So for example, Facebook, let us take Facebook www.facebook.com. So getting that Facebook homepage. In Facebook homepage here, there's a register option, right? Register option. When you click on register option here, yes, you can see some registration form. Registration form. You can see that form, right? Yes, we should fill that form here. Yes, registration form. Yes, like first name. Yes, your first name. So next, yes, middle name. Like this, you have to fill one by one, right? First name, next middle name. Yes, try to imagine that form here. First name, middle name, next last name. So first name, middle name, next last name. Okay, next your birth date. Okay, your birth date. Next, yes, your gender. Okay, next your address. Next your contact number, like this, right? So all that information, that registration form, right? Filling this form. Yes, here submit. Here the submit button, right? Here submit. Yes, once submitted this form, once submitted, this data goes to some location or storing at some location here. Okay, see registration form. One second, registration form. Yes, let me take Word document, then easy to understand. So this is the registration form, filling all this information, right? After filling all this information here, so once you submitted this information, once you submitted all this information, storing at some location. After storing, successfully registered message, you will get the successfully registered message. Yes, where the data storing here, some location. Yes, at this location. Yes, what are data filling here? What are data filled here? The data goes to some location, storing at this some location. The location is called a backend, storing it backend. After storing, yes, getting message, successful registered message, successful registered. Okay. Suppose next time you can Facebook. Suppose when you click on profile, when you click on profile, then getting your profile information, right? When you click on profile here, profile, simply getting all the information from the back end here, then displaying on screen, right? Okay, so these that means your data storing some location, right? When you click on profile, getting all this information presenting on your screen, right? Presenting on your screen, that means your information stored some location, right? That location is called backend. So that location is called backend. So this is backend, maybe database. This is called backend. This is front end. Front end. So what are data submitted here? So what are data you submitted here? The data. So that form data. That form data goes to some location, storing at some location, right? Yeah, this location is called as backend. So what are data we are filling? That form is called as front end. So that is EA, right? That interface, user interface. It's a form. Okay, that form interface, right? That form, that is called as front end. Okay, next this is called as back end here. So what is front end? What is back end? Let us see. So what is back end here? What is back end? Back end, yes, it is an area. Yes, it is an area where, yes, where storing and storing and maintaining all the information, storing and maintaining all the information, all the information, storing and maintaining all the information. Okay, yes, information about you or something else, storing and maintaining. Okay, storing and maintaining, yes, all that information, storing and maintaining all the backend. It's the area or it's a location. Backend, it's a location. Backend is a location where storing, it's a location where storing and maintaining all the information. Yeah, this is called the backend. Backend is to store the data. Backend is to store and maintain the data. Backend is to store and maintain the data here. So what is front end? Let us say front end. So what is front end here? So front end, so this form, right? We are filling form, right? So this is front end. So in front end we are filling form. So we are the users, right? We are the users, just we are filling form. Okay, just we are filling form, right? So that front end is interacting with us, right? Okay, so front end, so front end, yes, interacts with the end users. So this one interacts with the end users, interacts with the end users. Yes, who is end user? See, we are working with Facebook, right? We are working with Facebook, so we are the end users for the Facebook. Who are using application? Maybe Facebook application, maybe Flipkart application, maybe Durga website. Who are using application? That users are the front end. Yes, end users. Okay, so your front end, we are the end users for the Facebook. We are using Facebook, so we are the end users. Okay, so front end interacts with end users, and collecting data. Yes, it's collecting data, collecting data from end user. Okay, collecting data from end user. Okay, after collecting data, stores in the backend. This one stores. Okay, stores into backend, right? Stores in the backend simply here. Stores in the backend. Just storing in the backend. Okay, just stores. This one stores in the backend. Right? Okay. So this is front end backend here. Yes. See. Yes, in software, two categories is a front end software, back end software. So front end software, front end, yes, interact with end users. Back end is to store the data. So front end, back end here, front end, back end. So front end, Front end interact with end users, back end is to store the data. That's the difference here, right? Okay, so front end, back end here. Yes, back end examples, all databases. Yes, databases, yes, and files, databases, files. Okay, using files you can store all the information, right? Databases and files comes on the back end here. Databases and files. So in file we can store the data. In database servers, like Oracle database server, like Oracle. Okay, yes, maybe MySQL. So using different database servers you can store data, right? Yes, Oracle database server. Yes, MySQL database and files, different kind of things. Okay, so here location where we are storing data, that is called a backend. Backend is location where storing and maintaining all the information or data, right? Okay, as example, database servers and files comes under backend here. Front end, so front end, this is interact with end users. Front end always interact with end users, collecting data from end user and storing the backend. So this is front end and backend. Okay, right? So database backend examples, database servers and files. Yes, front end examples. Yes, like C language. C language comes under front end here. C program collecting data from keyboard, taking data from the keyboard, storing to files. C program, C++, yes, Java, yes, next HTML, yes, all these front end here, all the front end softwares. So these will collect. So these programs will collect data from the users and storing to files or databases. So this is front end, back end here. Okay, let us see this. See the document here, application software. Our topic is application software. See application software. See here, moving to application software. Our topic is application software. See this application software. There are two categories. So front end and back end, right? Front end, back end here. Front end software and back end software. So what is back end here? See this back end. Yeah, these are used to store and store the data and also to maintain data, right? Storing and maintaining data. For example, databases and files. Next, front end. Front end. These are to interact with hardware. Yes, interact with the end users. Interacting with the end users. Examples: languages and packages. All the languages. Okay, like C language, Java, C++, Python, all the languages and packages. Package like ERP packages, like SAP ERP, Oracle ERP, next Tally ERP. All these comes on the front end here, right? Yes, C language comes under front end. C language is a front end. So let us move to front end here. So our topic is now front end here. So let us move to front end. Yes, in front end again two categories: language and packages. There are language and packages here. So what is package? What is language here? Let us see this. Language and package. What is package? Package is a predefined one. It's a built-in one. Okay, already developed, ready-made one. Package is a ready-made one, ready to use. Package is a ready-made one, ready to use. For example, best example, MS Office. MS Office is a package. MS Office, it's a package. Okay, see in MS Office, see all are ready-made one. File menu, home menu, insert menu, page layout menu, as all is ready-made one, right? So with the help of this ready-made one, all the menus, file menu, home menu, insert menu, page layout menu, like this, all the menus, different options, the menu, different options. Using this, we can prepare document very clear, right? Easy to prepare the documents. No programming, nothing here. So packages, package is a predefined one, ready-made one. Okay, it's a built-in one. Yes, easy to develop anything here. Okay, so package, it's ready-made one. Package is the ready-made one. Yes, easy to develop anything here. So preparing documents using MS Office. Using MS Office, you can prepare document, right? MS Office, it's a ready-made one, right? Ready-made one. With the help of MS Office, you can prepare some document, right? So this is kind of package. Next is language. Yes, C comes on languages. Yes, yes, in languages, we should write the programming. Yes, everything is programming this. We should write the program. As a programmer, we should write the coding here. So everything is coding here. In languages, yes, completely programming, we should write it here. In package, programming is not necessary. In packages, package is a ready-made one, ready to use. No programming. Nothing is required here. Yes, in languages, we should write the programming. compulsory we should write programming, right? Okay, yes, C comes under languages. C is a language. So now let us move to languages here. Now let us move to languages. Yes, next topic is languages, right? Okay, yes, try to observe it, how I'm introducing it to software here, how I'm introducing the C language. See, first started with computerware. Initially started with computerware. See, computerware basically two categories. There is a hardware and software, right? So hardware is not our part is software. So started with software. Yes, software, right? Okay, started with software here, software. So move to software. Yes, in software there's system software and application software, right? System software, application software. C language comes under application software. C is the application software. That's the reason move to application software. Application software, right? Application software. Yes, in application software there's a front end and back end here. There's a front end and back end. Okay, C comes under front end. So that's the reason move to front end here. Yes, in front end there are languages and packages. Language and packages. C comes under languages. C is a language. So that's the reason move to languages. So our topic is now language. What is C? It's a language. C is a language. Okay, now let us see about this. What is language? Now question is, yes, language. What is language? Yes, anyone, can you answer this question? What is language? What is language? See here, daily we are using many languages.
Instructions to exchange information.
English language, we are using some language like English language, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, Marathi, Gujarati, something like this. Why using all the languages? What's the purpose of using this language? Yes, to express your ideas. Yes, we are using some language, right? What's the purpose of using? What is the purpose of that language here? English language. Why using all that languages? Yes. What's the purpose of using that English language, Telugu language? Why we are using here? For the purpose of communication.
Different state people, they will speak different languages.
A different language. Why? Why using? Communication purpose, right? Expressing
yes.
your ideas.
Yes.
Depends on the person you facing. Depends on the person we are facing here. We are using the some language, right? Different state people, different language. Depends on person we are facing here. We are using different language. So what is purpose of that here? Communication purpose. Communication. So exactly what is language? Simply we can define this. Language. Yes, it's a, yes, media. Yes, language is a media of communication, right? It's a media of communication. It's a media of communication. Language is a media of communication between, yes, two things. Between two things. So between two things. Maybe two persons or two animals or two trees, like this. Every living thing has its own language, right? Persons, between animals, between trees, like this. Okay, so just it's a media of communication. Language is a media of communication between two things. Okay, now come to software. Yes, in software, about languages. Yes, software. In software, yes, software languages. Yes, see, in software we are speaking some language, system understanding some other language, right? So what is our language? Yes, in software we are using some language here. So what are the language we are using? That is called as user understandable language. Means user language, user understandable. Next, system understandable language. So there are two categories: user understandable. Yes, user understandable. Yes, user understandable. Next, system understandable language. Yes, system. Yes, understandable. Understandable. Yes, system understandable. User understandable. Next, system understandable, right? Yes, user understandable and system understandable. Yes, user understandable. So these are like English language. Looks like English language. System understandable. System means is a processor. It's a processor understandable language. Yes, in the form of zeros and ones. Zeros and ones like this. Zeros, ones. Called as binary code. This is called as binary code. Okay. System understandable language. Binary code. This is called as binary code. Binary code. Okay. So this is called as binary code here. It's a processor understandable language. Binary code. It's a processor understandable language. Yes, processor understandable language here. Processor understandable language. Right, okay. So this is called as, yeah, this is called as machine language. This is called as machine language. So machine language, right? It's a machine language. Okay, machine language means system understandable language. Okay. So in software, yes, user understandable languages, user understandable and system understandable. Yes, user understandable and system understandable. Yes, user understandable. Yes, user understandable. Yes, these are called as high level languages. High level. Yes, high level languages. High level languages. Okay. Next, system understandable. Yes, user understandable called as high level languages. Next, system understandable. Yes, called as low level languages. Called as low level languages. Low level languages. Low level languages. Okay. Yes, high level language and low level languages. Okay. The user understandable called as high level languages. A system understandable called as low level languages. Okay. So in software there are two categories. One is high level languages, another one is low level languages. Okay, high level and low level language here. Yes, in software here, yes, languages are basically two categories. So first one is high level languages, second one low level languages. High level and low level languages. High level and low level languages. So what is high level language? What is high level language? It's a user understandable language. High level language, it's a user understandable language. Yes, low level language, it's a system understandable language. Right, okay. For example here, they say 10. Yes, 10 is number, right? For this number, this is converting into binary format. Yes, converting into binary format. So first 10 mod of 2, right? What is remainder of this? Yes, 1 second. 10 dividing with 2 here. So when dividing with 2 here, remainder. What is remainder? 0, right? Remainder is 0 here. So here after that, next 5. Yes, 1 second. 10 divided by 2, it's a 5. Yes, for this remainder, it's a binary operation like this. Remainder is 0. 10 divided by 2, it's a 5. For the remainder is 0. Next, 5 again dividing with 2. So what is remainder here? The remainder is 1. So next remainder is 1, right? So next is 1. 1. Next. So here 10 divided with 2, it's a 5. 5 divided by, yes, 1 second. So it's a 5. Yes, 5 dividing with 2 here. 5 dividing with 2. So it's a 2 getting here. 2 remainder is 1 here. Next this 2 divided with 2, right? It's a binary operation. So what is next remainder? Next remainder is 2 by 2. It's a 0 remainder, right? Next it's a 1. The division value 1, right? So 1 getting, right? Yes, next 1. Yes, divided by 2. 1 divided by 2. Divided by 2. So for the remainder is 1. 1 mod of 1. 1 mod of 2. Remainder is 1 here. So for the remainder is 1. Right, okay. Yes. So 2 zeros 0. Yes, 1 mod 1 divided by 2 is 2 zeros 0 here. Okay. See, 2 into 5. 2 into 5 it's a 10. 2 into 5 it's a 10. Remainder is 0 here. 2 into 2 4. Remainder is 1 here. Next 2 into 1. Yes, it's a 2. Remainder is 0 here. 2 into 0 it's a 0. So remainder is 1, right? So finally here 1010. This is binary code. 1010. So this is binary code for 10 here. Binary code for 10. So 1010 is the binary code for 10, right? Yes, 10. So 10 it's a number. 10 is a number, right? So this is user understandable. So this is user. Yes, as per user is a 10 here, it's number. This is user understandable. This is system understandable. Okay, so 10 as per user it's a 10 here. Yes, this is as per system, right? So this 10 converts into binary format. Binary format can getting value like this 1010 1010. So 1010 is a binary code for 10, right? Okay, so every high level instruction will convert into binary code, then giving output here. So how this converts? Divide operation, dividing into here. So first 2 5s 10. So 2 5s, see this 2 5s 10. The remainder is 0. Next 2 into 2, it's a 4, right? Remainder is 1. Next, yes, 2 into 1, it's a 2, right? Remainder is 0. Next 2 into 0, 0. Remainder is 1 here. So 1010 binary code for 10 here. 1010 is a binary code for 10, right? Now this 1010 again convert into back to 10 here. So how to convert this? This is first position 2 to the power of 0. This is second position 2 to the power of 1. Third position 2 to the power of 3. Fourth position 2 to the power of, yes, 3, right? 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3 like this. So 1010 like this. See, first 0, 0, yes, multiplied by, yes, 2 to the power of 0, right? Plus, so for the first 0, right to left, first 0, the 0 into 2 to the power of 0, plus, next 1 multiplied by, yes, 2 to the power of 1, right? 2 to the power of 1 here, plus, yes, next 0 for the 0. So 0, 0, yes, multiplied by, yes, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 2, right? Like this here. Yes, next plus 1 multiplied by, yes, 2 to the power of 3 plus, right? Okay, see here 1010 is a binary code, right? This 0 for the 0, this is 0 into 2 to the power of 0. Yes, for this one 1 into 2 to the power of 1 here. Next 0, 0 into 2 to the power of 2 here. Next 1, so 1 into 2 to the power of 3, right? So what is this value here? Here this value is a 0, right? Yes, 2 to the power of 0, it's a 1. 1 into 0 is a 0. So this value, this position is 0. So this is 0. This value is 0. Next, what is this value here? Yes, 2 to the power of 1 into 1. Yes, 2 to the power of 1 is a 2, right? 2 into 1, it's a 2. So this value is 2 here. So this value 2. Okay, this value is 2, right? It's a 2. So first equation is 0 because of 0. 0, this is 0 here. Next, second equation 1. So 1 into 2 to the power of 1, it's a 2, right? Okay. Yes, next. Next is the third equation. Yes, third equation 2 to the power of 2, it's a 4 here. 4 into 0, it's a 0 here. So this value is 0 here. So this value is 0. Okay, so this value is 0. This value is 0, right? Yes, next this value. This value 2 to the power of 3, it's a 8. 8 into 1, it's a 8, right? So getting 8 like this. So this position is 8. Okay, right? Next this position is 0. Yes, next plus this position is 2 here, plus this position is 0. So what is total value? Yes, this total value. So this total value is equal to what? How much? It's a 10, right? This total value is equal to 10. 8 plus 2, 10, right? So getting back reverse again here. Reverse. So this position is 2 to the power of 0. This is 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3 like this. Reverse like this. Okay. So this is a number 2 binary format, number format like this. So this 10 is a user understandable language. 10 is a user understandable language. 1010 is a system understandable language. That's the difference here. Okay. So in software language, 2 categories: high level language and low level languages. High level and low level language. Yes, high level language, these are user understandable language. Low level, they are system understandable languages. Right? Okay. Yes, let us go to document. Yes, languages, basically 2 categories here: low level language and high level language. Low level and high level. So what is high level language? High level language. These are user understandable languages. These are user understandable language. These are looks like English language. They're very easy to understand, right? Very easy to understand. Same topic we discussed here. Whatever discussed in Notepad, same thing. It's there in documents. So whatever topic I'm explaining document in Notepad, it's there in documents. Right? Okay. Next, low level languages. Low level languages. Yes, these are system understandable languages. These are machine understandable. Machine means processor. Processor understandable language. So they're called a low level language. All right. Okay. Yes, machine language comes under this category here. See, low level and high level languages. Low level and high level languages. Yes, in low level there are some generation of languages. In low level and high level there are some generation of language. There are four generations. First and second generation comes under low level languages. Third and fourth generation comes under high level language. See, generation of language. First and second generation is a low level languages. Low level. First and second generation. High level. Third and fourth generation comes under high level language. C comes under fourth generation. C is a fourth generation. See, first generation machine language. Machine language is a first generated language in the form binary codes. Okay, right? It's a processor understandable language. Okay, right? Yes, at the time of inventing computer, this language was introduced here. At the time of inventing computer, yes, who has invented computer? Any idea? Who has invented computer? Who has invented computer?
No idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
Charles Babbage. Charles Babbage has invented computer. Charles Babbage. At the time
Okay.
of inventing computer, that language was developed. It's a processor understandable language. In computer, first processor was developed. First processor developed here. Next, motherboards. Next, RAM memory, hard disk, and all these things were developed here. So first is generated language, machine language, zeros ones format. First language in computers is machine language, zeros ones format. Next language, assembly language. See here, first and second generation computer internally using these languages. We are not going to write any programming in these languages. Computer internally using these two languages. We are not going to work here. Just we are going to work with only third and fourth generation. Yes, even third generation also outdated. No one using third generated language. This also outdated. Okay, long back 20 years back, outdated. Okay. Yes, nowadays we are using all fourth generation. Like functional oriented, object oriented, and object based language. C is a functional oriented language. C is a functional oriented. Why is C language called as functional oriented? Reason is in C language everything is function. Every task is handled by the function. That's the reason called as functional oriented. Suppose task is handling by the object, that is called as object oriented. Suppose Java. In Java, every task by the object. That's the reason called as object oriented. In C language, every task by the function. That's the reason called as functional oriented language. C is a functional oriented here. Reason every task by the function. Java is a object oriented. Reason every task by the object. Java is object oriented. C is a functional oriented. When come to C++, both C++, functional as well as object oriented, both here. Here the topic we'll see next year. So these are generation of languages, right? Okay. So just this is introduction, right? Just next interpreter compare. This is tomorrow topic. So just introduction. This is right. Okay. Just before going to C language, all these introductions. Just once you have this idea, then easy to understand C language. I think you understand, right? Okay. So here, what is C language? Yes, as per today topic here, what is C language? C language comes under what? Application software. C is the application software. Yes, in application software. Next, C comes under what? Front end. C is a front end. Yes, in front end. Yes, C comes under what? Languages. Yes, in languages. So this is comes under what here? High level language, right? High level language. Yes, high level language. In high level language is a fourth generated and functional oriented. So this is just basic idea about C language and basics of software. Yes, any doubts for today? Yes, guys.
No.
Hello. Any doubts? See
Yeah, along
here,
with the class notes, so
this is
you
C with the data structures. This course is C with the data structures. This course is C with the data structures, including data structures. Including data structures. Yes, daily. Yes, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Yes, yes, 45 days. 45 to yes, 55 days. Maximum 50 days, not for this. Yes, maximum I'll try to finish within 45 days. Suppose maybe extending just 1 week extending, not more than this. Maximum I'll try to finish within 45 days. If not, maybe 5 days extending. That's it. Here. Maximum 50 days I can finish. 45 to
Okay.
50. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, next Monday to Saturday class. Monday to Saturday class. Monday to Saturday class. Next, any doubts? Yes, no change in timings here. Actually, I'm working from home. Yes, due to this coronavirus issues here, I'm working from home. So I have the time here. Yes, here I'm creating WhatsApp group for you guys. Any doubts are there, it can be ping me in WhatsApp group.
Okay.
I can
Okay.
respond immediately here. WhatsApp group. Yes, tomorrow I'll take all of your numbers. Tomorrow I'll take all of your numbers. Just I'll create WhatsApp group here. In WhatsApp group, any doubts, okay, for any doubts, just you can contact me. Okay, just ping me. I'll respond immediately. Okay.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think this lockout period and all this maybe for next 1 month definitely. Okay, so I'll be at home only, work from home for next 1 month, or maybe extending also. Okay, so by that time we can finish our C language.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, no doubt, right? So
For
shall we
tomorrow
stop?
class also, for
Yeah, tell
tomorrow
me.
class also, same link only we were going to use.
Same time, 6 to 7:30 p.m.
No, no timings. Link about link I'm asking.
Yeah, link is I think same link tomorrow.
Okay.
No change, same link tomorrow. So no change in link here, same link. This link is for this week, completely this week. Same link for this week. Next week maybe changing for link here. This link is yes for valid for 1 week. 1 week,
Okay.
this week you can use up to Saturday. You can use here from Monday onwards. Maybe giving new link. Right? Okay. Yes. Any doubts? Yes, I'll
Okay.
explain very clearly. Yes,
Along with
more than 200 examples we are going to explain. I'll be explaining here. Everything is practical. Yes, every program. Yes, I'll write the program. Just compile it. After compilation, getting output here, I'll show the output very clearly. I will explain all the programs. Okay. So many programs going to discuss. More than 200 examples going to discuss. Next, apart from some real-time projects also. At the end, there's a project. Project also going to discuss. These are around 100,000 lines of code. 1,000 lines of code. Okay, very big project we are going to discuss. Okay, right? Yes, I'll explain very slowly each and every topic. Yeah, recorded videos. Yes, recorded videos also you can take it here. Yes, after finishing class, we are uploading it to Google Drive. Yes, you can watch it every day. We can watch it here. That is a validity for 1 year. For 1 year, we can watch it. That validity period is available for 1 year. For 1 year,
Okay.
you can test it. Okay. Suppose any class missing, you can watch that recorded video here. Yes, after finishing this class, now we'll be uploading. Yes, next half an hour, we'll upload that recorded video. Right? Okay. So anytime we can access it. Right? Next, any doubts are there, just ping me in WhatsApp group here. I will explain very clearly. So don't worry about it. I will make it C program very easy here. Okay.
Sir, can we do practice in online? Is there any site to practice?
Yes, site is available. Site is
Okay.
available, or else I'll give the software. Yes, you don't
Okay.
worry about this one here. Just you, yes, I'll give the C software. You can practice. Turbo C. I'll give the Turbo C software, or else you can go to sites like Code Block site is available. Next, yes, Code Chef is available here. Next,
Okay.
Hacker is available. Okay, like this, we have different sites. We can use that sites. Better install software in your system. So if you install in your system without net also, you can practice. I'll give the software, don't worry. Okay, I'll give the Turbo C software. Suppose if you want code blocks, I can give the code block software also. Any software you can use. Yes, don't worry regarding the software. I will provide the software and this class document. Both I will provide it. This document I will forward you. This document I will send it. Yes, it is around 265 page document with more than 200 examples. So this document on C software I can provide you. Right? Okay. Yes, I think no doubt, right? So let us wind up for today. Yeah. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Sir, is there any batch in morning time?
Yeah, morning time next after 15 days we'll be planning. After 15 days or next week. Okay. Right?
Okay. Can I listen that batch after the actually it is means I am also doing work. I mean I'm working in Capgemini.
Okay.
If
So
you
this time
can
is
I
okay,
after
right?
can I, huh?
This time is okay, right? 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock? No, it is not possible. I think I'm thinking next batch I will listen. I will ఈ బ్యాచ్ విని నెక్స్ట్ బ్యాచ్ వినొచ్చా, అది కంటిన్యూ చేయొచ్చా?
నో ప్రాబ్లం, నో ప్రాబ్లం. మీరు ఈ
ఓకే
బ్యాచ్ రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకున్నా కానీ ఈ బ్యాచ్
ఓకే
అటెండ్ కాలేకపోతే నెక్స్ట్ బ్యాచ్ కూడా అటెండ్ కావచ్చు. నో ప్రాబ్లం, ఇట్స్ నాట్ అన్ ఇష్యూ. ఓకే,
ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
ఎనీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ బ్యాచెస్ యూ కెన్ అటెండ్. ఓకే
ఓకే థ్యాంక్
మీకు టైం పాసిబుల్ కాబట్టి వీడియోస్ ఆల్సో యూ కెన్ టేక్ ఇట్. ఓకే
ఓకే.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.